Jai. Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar,
Yogi Ram Surat Kumar,
Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Jaya Guru Raya.
Yogi Ram Surat Kumar, Yogi Ram Surat Kumar,
Ram भगवान श्री योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। सर्वं योगी राम सूरत कुमारार्पणमस्तु। It's a treasure that we have been blessed with. The treasure of the Nama. And it's His powerful blessing that has made it possible to enjoy this treasure in His powerful shrine, for which sake, with deep gratitude, we have offered the Nama lotuses at His lotus feet. But for His grace, it's not possible even to think of Him. The very thought of thinking of God would come after several lakhs of lives. And then we should take to chanting this name seriously again would take many, many, many more janmas. So we have all been extremely fortunate to have come into contact with such a glorious name, which would not only see to the welfare of our temporal life, it would also give a complete transformation, complete spiritual transformation that would enable us to merge with Him. But then Bhagavan often said, two virtues stand out in the spiritual sadhana. One is patience, absolute patience. You don't do a little sadhana and then look for an effect. We have already shared this kind of lack of patience in one of the other audios. That is, after planting a seed, we should let it sprout. We should let it take its own time to sprout. Instead, if we hurry and then take it out every day, take out the seed every day and see if it has sprouted, we all know what would happen. Everything takes its time, and we have to keep our patience. Another virtue, which is equally important, is to be able to forgive. In fact, there is no question of forgiving anybody at all. Once you understand that everyone is a character played by the divine in the eternal drama of life. Now we shall see one story of Papa Ramdas, which Bhagavan liked very much, often shared with the people who had assembled there, with his inimitable laughter. It was again about Eknath Maharaj. We had a glimpse of him yesterday. Now there's one more glimpse today. He was very well known in his village for the virtues, that the virtue of patience and forgiveness. So much so, there was a group in the village who were they were all very affluent people of the place, and they were jealous of the fame of Eknath Maharaj, especially about the patience and forgiveness. It was a challenge to all of them. One day, a Brahmin wanted to conduct his daughter's marriage, but then he had no money at all. He was very poor. So he did not know what to do. He went to one of the richest in the village and begged him for some money to conduct the marriage. The rich man said, "I shall give you 200 rupees to conduct the marriage, but there's one condition. Now, what was that? The rich man said, you know about this Eknath. He's pretending to be very patient and very forgiving, and his fame is growing. Now, you have to do something so that he loses his patience. You have to prove that this idea about Eknath Maharaj is all wrong. If you can do that, then I will give you 200 rupees freely, and then you can conduct a marriage of your daughter. So the Brahmin thought it would not be very difficult at all. He just had to provoke Eknath Maharaj into anger. So he went to the house of Eknath Maharaj, and right from the beginning started to throw abuse at him loudly. Now Eknath Maharaj was seated there on the veranda of his house, completely lost in the Namajapa. Now this man, even as he entered, he began to call him names and used a very bad language to abuse him. And he kept on throwing such abuse at him, but Eknath, for his part, was completely absorbed in his meditation on the name. He seemed to be very little affected, or not affected at all by that, because he was completely immersed in his worship of the Lord. But then, after some time, the time came for food. So Eknath Maharaj woke up from his meditation and Namajapa and saw this man throwing loud abuses at him. He took pity on him and took him inside and said, come, we will share some food. First you have your bath. And then he took him inside, gave him a bath, rather compelled him to have his bath. And then by the time Eknath's wife had prepared food and she had laid 2 leaves for both of them, Eknath's wife, a Pativrata, a very virtuous woman, and she worshipped her husband as God himself. And she was equally virtuous. Now when both were seated, the Brahmin was thinking that he was losing the bet, which meant he would not get money at all for the conduct of his daughter's marriage. He was desperate. So again, he started to hurl abuse at Eknathji and his wife. Again, both of them ignored, and the wife started to serve the food. But as she was bent down while serving, he had an idea, this Brahmin had an idea, that he would do the most offensive act which nobody could resist. So suddenly he got up and sat on her back. Just imagine Eknathji, in spite of all the abuses that were hurled at him by this Brahmin, took him inside, gave him a bath, now was ready to share his food with him with all the politeness and hospitality. But this man still continued his abuse, and now he did the most offensive act of sitting on the back of his wife when she bent down to serve. In those days, they should not touch the wife of another man, and here he sat on her back. But Eknathji, very famous for his patience and politeness and forgiveness and whatnot, he said to his wife, Hey, be careful. Our guest, our honored guest, is sitting on your back. If you carelessly straighten yourself, he would fall down. So you must be very, very careful not to offend him. He's our honored guest. So be very careful. Then his wife, a very beautiful match for him, said, please don't worry about it. I'm quite used to it. With our son, he used to sit on my back like this. And I had handled him then. So now again I should be very careful so that you won't fall down. Please be assured, when this Brahmin heard this conversation between the husband and wife, calling him an honored guest, and that their only problem was to see that he did not fall down. Now, who wouldn't melt at this? The stone-hearted Brahmin who was so desperate for the money, 200 rupees, to conduct his daughter's marriage, collapsed. He could no more bear his own offense. He was all repentance, fell prostrated before the couple and said, please, please forgive me. I have committed the worst sin because I needed 200 rupees. You must forgive me. Then Eknathji asked him what it was all about. Why would he need this 200 rupees and what happened really? The Brahmin described everything, how he went, he approached the most rich man in the village and the condition that he put forth. Eknath Maharaj said, had you only told me in the beginning itself, I would have got angry with you and you could have easily got that money. Just see, this is a Mahatma, Maha-Atma. Sada Atmas like us will have to learn at least a little bit of this. They are all embodiments of sacrifice. Nothing really mattered to them except the worship of God. And the virtues like patience, forgiveness would simply follow them. They didn't have to exercise it. So if we also get absorbed in the name of our Bhagwan, we would also develop such virtues as patience and forgiveness. And there would be no trouble for us also. So in today's story, we have to learn. I have seen this patience in Bhagwan. He had gone through his share of persecution in the hands of the local miscreants. There were attempts on his life, and people used to throw stones at him, hit him hard, that blood would ooze out. And sometimes he would be suddenly surrounded by the rowdies on the street, and they would beat him up so much the clothes would tear and blood would be oozing out all over the body. I have already shared this with the devotees. Once, Yogi Ram Saratkumar Bhagwan was going in the streets. He used to be very thin because he did not get enough to eat at all, but it didn't matter to him. Whatever happened was only Father's grace. So this thin, young Mahatma was going on the road with the only two possessions he had, a coconut bowl and probably a broken hand fan and some newspapers. He used to read them. He needed it for his cosmic work. Now these four rowdies suddenly surrounded him, snatched away all those possessions and threw them out. And they started to beat him mercilessly. One man would beat him and push him to the other. So they were playing football with him. It reached one point when Bhagwan had no strength at all in his body. It was covered by blood, and the clothes were all torn. And then he saw a crowd of people standing there at a distance watching the whole thing. There were about 20 people. Years later, when Bhagwan described the scene to me, he said, this beggar was beaten up very cruelly, and there was a crowd of 20 people who were just looking on without coming forward to help. And you know, some of them had come to this beggar to take blessings and benefited. And then he told me, this is the world, Devki. Don't trust anybody in this world. Now, in the meantime, the news somehow reached two people who used to come to Bhagwan. One of them was Perumal. Another was, I think the name is Murugan or something. The two of them came running to the spot. And they saw the rowdies and the condition of Bhagwan. But the rowdies were quick to run away as soon as they saw these two rushing to the place. Now Perumal said to Bhagwan, Swami, please let us go after them. We will give them nicely so that they would never dare touch you again. But you know what Bhagwan said? In that condition, just think in what condition he was. He said, they have come to do this work. They have done their work. We will do Father's work. This is his teaching to all of us. This is what Eknathji also taught by his behavior. This kind of behavior is very natural to them, but we people have to practice until it becomes natural for us also. This forgiveness and patience. Now today we shall offer our prayer at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. These prayers were given to me by Bhagwan for the sake of the world and India. So I pray to the fellow bhaktas to join me in this prayer. The more people join this, the better for the world and India. Bhagwan, we beg you again and again, a million times, for your immediate divine intervention to bring forth a dharmic normalcy to the world today. Now there is so much violence everywhere and growing enmity between people and people among the countries. And there is lack of friendship and understanding. There is lack of discipline. People live any way they like and create a philosophy to suit themselves and to justify whatever they do. There is no harmony or order. There is already the war going on with its devastating consequences. And again, these cruel diseases, those terrible diseases that attack us all of a sudden, and the furies of nature, the violence of nature, the flash floods, forest fire, the earthquakes and whatnot. Bhagwan, we beg you to bring in peace, unity, friendship and mutual help and disciplined life. We also beg you to stop this war at once so that there will be peace prevalent once again. And there should be no talk of war at all among the countries, possible only by your grace. We also beg you to keep under your control those diseases and the violence of nature. We also beg you, Bhagavan, to uproot all the negativities of the human mind that are responsible for today's world. In the days of Ramayana and Mahabharata, it was among the families. In the beginning, it was between two communities, the community of Devas and the community of Asuras. And in the next age, it was between the cousins in a family, the good Pandavas and the bad Kauravas. And now in Kali Yuga, this Mahabharata war is going on in every human mind. There are good thoughts and asuric thoughts, and there's a constant tug of war. God cannot afford to take an avatar because there is so many asuras all around. So what he can do is only destroy the asuric thoughts. So we beg you, Bhagavan, to uproot these evil thoughts from the minds of people. And we also beg you to reach out to all those people who have been stranded in varied parts of the world, people of different countries and different languages, of different religions, and yet caught by their own bad karmas, agonized over, unable to help themselves or protect. We beg you again and again that they need your mercy badly, and that you should do the needful. We also beg you to protect all those unselfish people who have been working hard for the all-round welfare and progress of others. They should be protected from what? From unhealthy, unworthy criticisms and aspersion, for they come in the way of constructive work. And Bhagavan, we beg you again to give a boost to our economy and promote the growth in varied fields of activity that India should reach soon, sooner than later. That high status of the world teacher to conduct the whole world in the path of Dharma. We also beg you, pray to you in all earnestness for joyful and ceaseless chanting of your powerful name, an unbroken remembrance of your teachings and leelas, so that we assimilate and make them into Atma Shakti. We beg you again to bless us to be sattvic instruments in your hands and not rakshasic elements. Please bless us to run our everyday life as an offering to you and not be caught by the temptations of Maya. We also seek that ultimate state of being, the ultimate state of bliss and peace. But then we need to be purified. And you have said that Nama is the most powerful weapon to destroy our past sins and prevent us from future sins. We take refuge in your powerful Nama and joyful chanting of it so that the mind is cleared out. We also take refuge in your service. Wherever we live in the world, whatever work falls upon us, we know it is your work because the whole cosmos is yours. Bhagavan, please bless us to do this work as service to you in the spirit of surrender to you, and that joyfully, without any unhealthy competition or jealousy, so that all this would also become Atma Shakti. Please bless us to practice acceptance. Whatever life brings to us, be it a joy or grief, coming from you can only be a great blessing, and it's meant for our spiritual transformation. If there is no suffering at all, none of us would even think of God. So every suffering that life brings to us is because of our past karma, the suffering that we have given to somebody sometime. At the same time, God puts a blessing in it, a blessing meant for our spiritual progress, for cleansing us. Bhagavan, please bless us to be able to feel your living, vibrant presence everywhere and in everything. We also beg you to bless us to know that it is your will that's behind all the happenings of life. When there is a sudden attack of some past bad karma, we collapse. We resent you and your grace. We try to move away and we put the blame on all the others for our own failures. But you, out of your compassion, would see to it that we don't move away from you and convert all our adversities into great blessings. Please bless us to be grateful to you even for the sufferings of life. We seek your powerful blessings for all the species of the cosmos, in whatever state of misery they are, to be lifted to a higher plane. And finally, we seek that liberation from the vicious cycle of births and deaths, endless as they seem. But then the root cause of it all is our identification with the body, the I and mine, the tyranny of the ego. Please bless us with Atma Bhava, an immortal life, that eternal living and eternal servitude to you, that eternal supreme divinity. Jai Yogi Ram Sarit Kumar.